Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of the Bristol City Career Mode. If you haven't seen the first episode, I recommend going and checking that one out. So you get your bearings, see what we've done before this one. And I will say thank you very much for the support on that one. Hopefully that continues. Thanks for all the suggestions of players to sign, and we will be taking a look at some of them today. Now, if you remember from last time, we did think we were going to start with a five-back formation, but I'm going to change to a 4-2-3-1, and that's because of some of the suggestions we've been given. Quite a few wingers, so I'm assuming. I mean, if we look around, through the club, there's not that many wingers, so we're going to try and bring in some wingers today. Semenyo, well, obviously, look, you can see if I suggest there's no wingers at all. So there are two wingers that we're probably going to be bringing in, both on loan, possibly with aims to make them permanent if we get promoted. But multiple positions we're going to be looking at. I think a right back is a position I'm going to be looking at. I think a centre back we're going to be looking at because of the ages of these centre backs, not the youngest. So bringing a young centre back, possibly a midfielder, a right back, and obviously the wingers. But our homegrown talent is looking very nice. 2 weeks I think it takes him to become a striker. Alex Scott is going to go nowhere. But I think by the end of this episode, if we've made 4 or 5 signings, got through pre-season, I think that's some good progress, and we'll be looking forward to a long season in the Championship where hopefully we get promoted. But let's get into our transfer hub, and we'll have a look at some of the players I've shortlisted. So I've done a bit, obviously off camera, and I've got a list of a few players. So Garnacho and Cole Palmer are 2 recommendations, so I appreciate those suggestions. Obviously, 2 wingers can play on either side. So I think if we can loan both of them in, that would be perfect. With possibly if we get promoted, or in a few years' time, we might be able to sign them both permanent. That could be interesting. Ricky J. Jones, I kind of put on when we were still at a 5-back for just for some more cover for the striker position. But now we've changed formation, I think it's a little bit less likely that we'll get him. He could possibly do a job on the wing, but I'm not too sure where we're going for him. Joe Scally we have here. Mainly a right back, but can also play left back, which could be useful. I think I'm quite interested in him for the right back position. And we've got Martin Vitic here, a young Czech Republic centre back. I mean, 6'4", he looks like a bit of a tank. Could be one to definitely keep an eye on. We've got another full back here. I think I'm on the verge of. Well, I definitely prefer Joe Scally over Juan Jose Mina. Obviously, he's only 17, Colombian. But I think one thing to keep it down is like you don't see a full team with a majority of players from South America. So I think we don't want to sign too many non-English, non-European players. Ronnie Edwards is another centre back doing very well at Peterborough, highly rated. Could be one to keep an eye on. I think we've got 3 centre backs on this list. The next one is Leonidas Sturgeon. If you play Football Manager, you'll know about him from last year. A very good, talented centre-back, not of potential. Same with Tayden Mengi. Some nice stats. Also English, like as I mentioned earlier. I'm quite interested in signing him, I think, because he's for now and for the future. A lot of potential. A midfielder, Martin Baturina, Croatian. Bit more of an attacking midfielder. We do have Alex Scott there, but if we possibly do the 4-2-3-1 and play him next to Masengo in the pivot, could possibly work out nicely, having a bit more defensive and a more kind of attacking, but still he's centre mid. You'd expect him to have some of the stats. He's got medium as well, which is perfect. Gianluca Busio, you might have heard of in real life. Another kind of player like Baturina, where you play him next to Noah Masengo, could offer a bit something more than him going forward. His secondary position is CDM. He's a bit more defensive, but he's kind of the player that can offer that bit more going forward. And then finally got Sander Berge on here as well. Here, I will not sign the first season, but if we get promoted, I'll definitely have a look at him because I don't really see him joining from Sheffield United to Bristol in real life. We're trying to keep this realistic. So if I go up, he's definitely one I'm going to have a look at. Him and Masengo and CDM could be a brick wall in front of the defence. But I mean, there's a lot of signings here that I kind of want to make. I think looking at overall, Garnacho and Palmer I definitely want to make. Scally I kind of want Martin Vitic. Looks like just a bit of a tank. Mengi I might also look at, so it's between Mengi and Vitic. Batterina or Busio, I think could kind of give the edge to Butterina. Obviously Sanderberg would be perfect, but not this season. So I think they could be a couple signings, 3, 4, 5 signings, what we're going to try and make today. But I think first what we'll do, we'll go to Central and we'll skip our first day. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn off training. And if the players start getting, seeing the downsides of that, start losing fitness, I will do the training off camera. But for now, we're going to turn training off just so it helps us get through this a tiny bit quicker. No one wants to sit here and watch me do some training drills. Now how boring that can be playing, let alone watching. So if I believe to turn the training off, we go on to I'm going to look stupid here. Is it Y, advanced customization? Yes, training days, bypass. Yeah, right, we'll do that. Then no one has to sit there and suffer watching me do those training drills. But yeah, I think first, if we look at the squad, wingers are the 2 positions we need. Semenyo, we might actually give a development plan to, so he can play on the wing as well as up front. But the 2 wingers, I think, is who we're going to go for first. Right, so here we are on the shortlist. Garnacho and Cole Palmer are the 2 we're going to go for. So we'll just go in for Garnacho first. We'll approach to loan him, and it's too short. Do we go in for him now then, or what do we do? What do we do? I think we're going to approach to buy him, just because. I mean, I know it's not the most realistic thing. I don't really see this happening, but because his contract's running up, I think we'll go in for it, and we'll see what we can work with. If we maybe a player swap might work. Yeah, Sam Codesioni, we're not doing that. I mean, they're not going to want Matty James, are they? I think maybe if we just start with maybe 4 million and see, that's probably not going to be enough, but we'll see what they say. Oh, reasonable offer. All right. I mean, somehow we got Garnacho for 4 million, which we definitely take. We'll go for Cole Palmer as well right now. We'll try and loan him in. Not interested in loaning. We'll do the same. We'll go into buy him and we'll see what happens. I mean, these 2 will be the most unrealistic signings, and I know I don't want to try and keep this realistic, but we'll go in. We'll do it and see what they say. Unless they want something ridiculous, but we'll have a look. So we'll offer. We'll go in 4 million for Cole Palmer as well of Manchester City and see what they say. Reasonable offer. So for a combined total of 8 million, we've agreed deals for Alejandro Garnacho and Cole Palmer. Both the Manchester clubs, rivals, coming together to be teammates. We'll negotiate the contracts, and hopefully the first 2 signings will be confirmed. Hopefully that is anyway, as long as they don't want something stupid on the wage. But hopefully they don't. I mean, they're going to be important players. Yeah. Try and give him a long-term contract. Hopefully he doesn't want a release clause. Perfect. And for his wage, we'll accept the 4.7k. That's more than fine. So signing Umaro Number. Let's not speak Spanish. Here we are. Here he is. Welcome to Bristol City. Here we are. We'll ignore my recreation of the manager. We'll just completely ignore that. We'll watch this the first time, and then all the other players will skip, just in case, the slight chance no one has ever seen this before. But here he is, the first signing of Bristol City's new era under my management. What rating transfer will it be? 4 million? I mean, that is a wonderful signing first. An F. The asking price is 1.6 million. Yikes. So that is not the greatest start. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same for Cole Palmer here, but we'll do it. We're going for it anyway. I'm fine paying 8 million for these 2. They are like kind of the future of this club, alongside Alex Scott in those 3 cam roles. Or just in behind a homegrown talent striker. His name was Curtis, if I remember correctly. I mean, he wanted 4.7k. I think I'm in pounds here. No, I'm not. Yeah. Right, no, we're not. That would have been bad. Right, we'll go 4.7 as well. And we'll give him a bit of a signing bonus. Hopefully he accepts that. The wage you're offering is an insult. Oh no. Well, we're going to have to go in for Cole Palmer in a bit because I don't know what wage he wants. Well, that is ridiculous. But if we move on, I think right back is a position we kind of want. I think Joe Scully could be one we look for. Would offer us a lot going forward and up and down. Not just defensive, but could offer us something moving forward. So we'll go to approach to buy him and we'll begin negotiations. We don't really want to pay an 8 million for big man Scully. But see what we can actually get him for here. Offer a transfer fee of... We'll go with 3.8 million. We might offer a player swap as well. The current fullback... Right, we'll offer Tanner plus 3.8 million. See what they say to that. Alright, that's another offer accepted. We take that. We'll go and negotiate his contract. I guess if Cole Palmer can't join, we do have Semenyo for right winger. So it's not the end of the world after he's trained to play that position, which shouldn't take too long. A couple of weeks at most, I would guess. Yeah. Wonderful. No release clause. Oh, I don't like it when they do the wage. I know there is a way. I might just have to look so I don't mess this up. That you can see his wage on good websites, so FIFA. But we'll have a quick look just so I don't mess this up as well, and then we'll get a bit more used to it. So he's on 9 grand a week right now. We'll give him 10 grand a week. See what he says to that. Hopefully he's not offended by that. Right, just a bit more. We'll accept the 12k. Don't want the tension to go anywhere. And there we go. Signing number 2 is here. Joseph Scally has joined, and he's going to become Bristol's new first choice right back. And what's rating is this? George Tanner plus 3.8 million. It's a good sign in my eyes. And it is a F signing again. So the asking price is 4.3 million, and I've offered 3.8 and a player who was never going to play for the club. So in my eyes, that shouldn't be an F. It's not an A signing, but that is not an F at all. So we'll add these players to the club and we'll see how it's looking real quick. Actually, we've got some emails, so we'll read these first. The youth development. We are thrilled by the progress you made by youth development in recent times. We're hoping to sign a future star for our team. We have taken a cue on achieving that ambition. Nice one. So we're ticking off the objectives, which is very important for us in this. We just can't guarantee Sam Bell games. It looks like he has a bruised eye under there. Bentley, yeah. The future is exciting. Hopefully we can get promoted to the Premier League. And Sam Curtis, him and Alex Scott are going to be the main ones I'm excited to use this year and in the future going forward. There we go. Right, so we'll add these 2 to the team and then we'll sign the rest of the players after that. Alright then, so this is what the team's currently looking like after the signings of Alejandro Garnacho and Joe Scally. So it's already coming along very nicely. Obviously, Garnacho's rating right now is not the greatest, but with potential, we can definitely get that up into the mid-80s to high 80s, similar with Scally. But if looking at this team right now, I think, obviously, the 2 centre-backs have, obviously, age of 29 and 30. I mean, centre-backs do, obviously, peak around that age, but when we're looking here, the centre-back area is not the strongest as well, and another 34-year-old and 23. So Atkinson is young, not young, but you know he's still got many years ahead, 10 plus, well around 10 years. So I think a centre back is what we're going to go for next. And after this, we're going to go through pre-season and see how well we do against some teams, to kind of test this team, see what's working. Then after that, we can figure out what kind of players we need, whether we want a more defensive midfielder to partner Masengo in Busio or a more forward, advanced, deep line playmaker in Betterina. But I think for the centre-back position, we have Mengi Sturgu. I always used to think it was Sterigu, but it's Sturgiu. I don't know. Or Ronnie Edwards. And I think to keep some of the English theme, because I do want an English core on this team, I think I'm going to go for Ronnie Edwards of Peterborough United. Very highly rated in real life. Hopefully that translates across to FIFA. Obviously FIFA, not the most realistic career mode game, but hopefully he can be a bit of a tank for us. We'll see if they want a player swap. Maybe if we go for someone like Zach Viner, and we'll maybe offer something like 1 million as well on the side. 1 million plus Zach Viner. What will they say to someone like that? Oh, they want Max O'Leary. Is he a keeper we want to get rid of? I think, you know what? I think we'll agree to that. We can always get a new young prospect goalkeeper in the future, especially with the youth intake kind of things. But Ronnie Edwards is definitely one we want to get. Go and negotiate his contract. Hopefully, I'm getting a bit nervous now every time I go and offer someone a contract, but hopefully we give him a good amount that he just accepts to and take him on board. I think he's going to be important. Not going to start every game, but he's going to be an important figure. Just another long-term contract. No release clause. Perfect. And right, I'm going to have to do it. So I think the contract we're going to give him, we might just go for... We'll give him around $5,000 a week, I think. I think that should be alright. We'll give him a little signing bonus as well. We'll be generous. Will he accept $5,000 a week for Ronnie Edwards? That's a reasonable offer. My client is happy. There we go. Signing number 3 is here, and it is another one. Or the first Englishman we've actually signed. So we've got an Argentinian, an American, and now an Englishman. Ronnie Edwards, welcome to Bristol. What will his rating be? Max O'Leary plus 1 million. Peterborough to Bristol, and it's a D. So the player value is 1.6 million. The asking price of 2.2 million, and we managed to get him for 1 million plus Max O'Leary. I mean, you could have saved 700k on this. I'm not sure how that works. Obviously, it's adding the Max O'Leary's price or market value onto the 1 million, but I thought it was 1 million. So that would be 2 million. But the asking price, oh, who knows? I don't quite get how it works. This is my first actual career mode on this year, so I'm not fully sure how everything works. Need to kind of get used to it, but we'll learn together, and hope to take this team to some magnificent places. But if we look at his rating compared to the other two centre-backs already at the club, he's 66 rated. We'll put him in the team over Viner. Let's see, he's not going to be in there straight away, but over time, I've probably give him 2 months, and he's one of the first names on the team sheet. But I think that team is probably the strongest we're going to get for now. We have about just over 5 million left. Some sales would help generate some more funds. But if we start advancing now, we should hopefully see some pre-season friendly fixtures. And the first offer for one of our players is for Jay De Silva. £130,000 from Rapid... Oh, is that Rapid Vienna? No, Rapid Vienna. Oh, it's a swap deal. Ante Bajic. I think we're just going to reject that, though. Jay De Silva is the kind of player we want to keep. He's one of the players in the core of the squad that we kind of want to keep for as long as possible before he needs to get upgraded on. I'm not sure where the friendlies are, but we've got a Sam Bell transfer from... Who is this? Hamcam Football. That is a great name. Hamcam Football. Offered 590,000. He's 20 years of age, only 59 rated. I think we're just going to accept that. 590 grand from Hamcam Football. What a name. Hamcam Football. Let's have a quick look at where the calendar is. Not sure where everything's moved to here. Calendar. Where are the friendly games? We definitely did So we've not got any. I'm not sure if I mean... Oh no, friendlies here. Right, we've got quite a bit to sim then. If we try at least get to the first one in rapid time, that should be alright. Let's just keep advancing. Keep on rolling forward, making progress. A Viner offer, £45,000 and a player swap. Efkan Bergikoglu. I think we're going to reject that as well, to be honest. We're getting some like offers from very bad teams here, like Hamcam F Football, not Hamcam United, not Hamcam FC, Hamcam Football. Honestly, it sounds like some pub team or something. Hamcam Football. I mean, the first friendly against Sheffield Wednesday is coming up. Ooh, the first offer for Hannover Masengo. I mean, see, if this was a Premier League club, I'd have to think. But because it's from Lechia Gdansk, it's not going to appeal to him. So I'm going to reject that. But say if someone like maybe Brighton came in for him and it was like 10 million, I would probably accept it. Interesting Sanderberg, Valencia want him. Now, I did say I'm interested, but that is when we get promoted. So we're going to have to try and steal him off Valencia if we want to get him in the future. James Morton from GIF. I mean, formats of images are now coming out. GIF Sundsvall. 440,000. We're going to accept that as well. I mean, when you're 59 rated at 23 years old, you're not going to make it. Unless you want to go and play for a GIF. Everyone has their preferences. Some people might want to play... Oh, Sam Bell. I think I saw his move to the other team failed. This one's a bit less than the other team, but we'll just accept it because Sam Bell is not going to make it into this team. Not even on the bench. Come on, I just want to get to the first friendly here. It's taken quite a long time. All right, first friendly is here. I think we're gonna simulate all the preseason friendlies because no one's bothered about really about the results. Obviously, we want to win, but we'll quick sim this. The first game, a good test against another championship side. Some key players like Bannon to look out for, but hopefully the boys in red have enough to get us 3 points in our very first friendly as Bristol City manager, and the result is a 2-2 draw. Curtis and Garnacho getting the goals, so two Davy boys both getting the goals. Yeah, I don't really know what to think. Obviously, it's pre-season. A lot of things can change. It's kind of about testing the formation, the tactics, what position. If we're leaking goals, maybe that's a signal that we need a goalkeeper or a new centre-back. Obviously, we have just bought Ronnie Edwards, so we'll let him improve, give him time. But now against that Dutch team, Herenveen. We'll quick sim this one as well. We'll just quickly go on the team management. We'll make a few changes to this team. Naismith will come out for Ronnie Edwards. Obviously, Ronnie Edwards is a bit tired already. Benarouz will give some game time too, and Scally will come out for Wilson. I think we'll leave it like that. Another run out for the boys. Also, time for them to improve in rating. And we lose 1-0. Great. It's going to be a long season. Got to let the boys gel together. But we move. Advance. Next friendly is against... I didn't see who that was. Offer for Thomas Callas. 1.9 million. A decent offer, that. 1.9. But he is the best centre-back at the club. I think we're going to reject that. I mean, he's in his peak as a centre-back. But Bell ends again. Morton ends again. Curtis, we think he's now ready. Now, this is very... I love doing this because when they change position, 99% of the time, they do usually increase in rating. So when I click Y, hopefully, my guess is going to go to about 69 rated. Here we go. 68. Nearly. But we love it. What do we want to give him now? We'll give him a poacher. Improve that shooting, dribbling, sprint speed, stamina. All things you want on your striker. Big Sam Curtis. Hopefully turn into a bit of a club legend for us. But the next friendly, this will be the last friendly as well, I think. Yeah, we'll play this game. Quick sim this as well. Just leave it as that's probably the strongest team we have right now. 2-0. First win. Curtis and Garnacho again. Two key players for us in the season coming forward. I'm not sure if we're going to have another one or it just goes straight to the league. We'll have a quick look on the calendar. See where that puts us. I think the next game might just be league. Yeah, so we're starting the league. Away to QPR. Home to Norwich. Then we've got a cup game. And away at Hull. Coventry home. Away at Wigan. And home to Watford. So I think what we'll do moving forward, every episode we'll do 1 month. So, you know, that's quite... I mean, we don't need to look too far forward. We've got to take it game by game, month by month. But first, competitive game of the season is against away Queen's Park Rangers. Alright, and that is going to conclude episode 2 of the Bristol City career mode. The question for today, though, for some help in the comments is, who should we buy in next episode to partner Noah Masengo in that midfield pivot? 2 players. So we've obviously got the 4-2-3-1. We're going to have Masengo one of the 2, but we need one of these 2 to partner him in the midfield, in the other midfield slot. So Batterina is obviously would be more like a deep line playmaker next to him, a bit more offering more further forwards. Or we've got Gianluca Busio, who will also help cover, do the defensive work. And as well, what I will point out is that he's also got an afro, so we can have 2 afros in midfield, which I'm kind of leaning towards Busio. Any other recommendations apart from these 2, let me know down below. Let me know if it is out of these 2 who you think I should go for. And actually, Sander Berge has actually joined Valencia, so it's interesting. But yeah, let me know down below who I should sign to partner Noah Masengo. Any other positions you'd like me to see improve, maybe some bench players, maybe some loans. Anyone's appreciated. Thanks for the support on the first episode. Once again, let me point that out. Thank you very, very much. Episode 3 should hopefully be out very soon. Go and check out Jacob's Leeds United career mode as well, which is also out right now. And until the next one, peace out.